Hey, welcome back to Uncle Spock's backyard. I've got this old 59 Chevrolet pickup. It's a Apache 3100. I've had it for a long time. I've had it since the 70s, and recently developed some really bad leaks, my manifolds, and so I'm going to be working on that. So I thought I might make some posts and show you what I'm up to on that deal. So I'll be posting those later on. Okay, when you're replacing these manifold gaskets, pretty much got to take everything off of the left-hand side, driver's side of your truck, the motor. So I got this old generator. I'm still using this old generator, and here's my exhaust manifold, and here's my other manifold. Little one-barrel carburetor. Still got the original carburetor. I used to have the original cleaner a long time ago, but that's become lost over the last 40 years or so that I've had this truck. But anyway, came apart, wasn't too bad, but it's just so disgustingly filthy. I don't remember ever doing this myself, so I think these are probably the original gaskets. I thought I'd clean all this stuff up, and so I'll get back with you on that, and let's just see how that goes. Okay, well, I had a whole lot of grunge to deal with, and so first thing I did is I just took a old wooden paint scraper, and I scraped and scraped 60 years worth of grunge and grease and oil and dirt and out of it. That's the first thing I did. And then I took a old leaf blower. I got this leaf blower, and I modified a little funnel on the end of it with some cardboard so I could get down into some better spots. And then I took that and I just blew the crap out of everything inside of the engine bay. And once I did that, then I'm gonna go get some greaser, degreaser, and see if I can degrease this thing. Okay, I blew this thing out really good. That worked like better than expected. It was great. You wouldn't believe how much crap came off of here. Matter of fact, it cleaned up pretty good just with the leaf blower. But, okay, I got some degreaser. I didn't have what I usually like. I like to use this foamy stuff, but they didn't have any of that. So I sprayed this stuff on here. It's supposed to work. We'll see. It's been sprayed down, and I'm letting it soak right now, and then I'm gonna get the hose and see if I can wash it off and see how it goes. So anyway, I thought, well, you got to pull everything off of this side of the motor anyway, and so I thought this would be a really good time to just get in here and clean some stuff up. It's just pretty disgusting. Every time I work on it, I just come back so filthy. So anyway, it'd be nice to have a little cleaner truck anyway. Once I get that done, I may go back and try to paint some of this in here black. This is all never been touched, I guess, since it was new. I'm going to repaint this radiator. I just thought I'd clean it up while I got a chance, while it's all pulled apart anyhow. It's the first time I did this, so I think it's a pretty good idea I just took some plastic and I covered up whatever my electronic stuff is, and I numbered all my spark plug wires and put them in a bag, put this all in a bag, and wrap that up. And I guess we'll see how it works. I'm going to see if I can blow some of this stuff out and go from there. Okay, hosed it down, which worries me a little bit. I guess hopefully it'll be okay. Never done this before. I tried to make sure I covered everything up really well, so I guess only time will tell about that. So we'll see how that goes. Did my best not to spray up into these ports, but it's impossible not to get something up in there. A lot of the surface stuff came off pretty well. I'm thinking I'm gonna do it again here in a minute. Maybe come back and I think I'm gonna blow it, dry it again with my blower, and then I'm going to let it just set for a while. Woo! And then I'll scrub on it and do it again. Alright, so there it is. I don't know, it doesn't look too bad actually. And, alright, get back with you. Okay, use my handy dandy blow dryer. Dried most of this off, let it sit for a little while. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this radiator because I want to paint it and pretty it up. You see how ugly it looks. I mean, you know, while I'm doing it. Degreaser seemed to work pretty darn good. I'm gonna take this paint stick and scrape a little more. I got a metal brush I'll probably scrape a little bit with and see if I can clean it up a little better, and then I'm gonna hit up paint some of this stuff again. If you notice, these old trucks, these 6 cylinders are blue and the 8 cylinders are orange. That's why everybody thinks they're supposed to be orange. But this is actually the factory color right here on this block is this blue. Now when this head was redone, they painted it orange. So, you know, 30 years ago or whenever, long time ago. Anyway, they painted it orange, and then I had to paint back over that with a blue, which was not the same color, but close. But yeah, this is the factory blue. These are supposed to be blue. They should not be orange. If you see orange on there, you know somebody has redone this thing, and it was long time ago. But from here down, this is all original blue. I'm surprised how good that looks. Yeah. Anyway, there it is. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. Okay, that's about as clean as I'm gonna get it, I think. So I've scraped and rubbed and brushed, and it's looking pretty good, I guess. I just sprayed some more degreaser on it. I'm gonna let that sit for about 15-20 minutes, I guess, and then I'll hose it off, and that's gonna have to be good enough. So it don't look too bad. Got the radiator pulled out of it. Yeah, so I'll clean it all up, push it back in the barn, and then after a while, at some point, I'll try to do some spot painting on that motor, and then clean up this bed, and I'll get back. That's all for now. Okay, pushed it back into my barn. Well, I had to use a come along to get it in here, but pulled it back into the barn. It's about as clean as I think it's going to get right there. Which is pretty clean. Looks a lot better than it did this morning, that's for sure. And tomorrow I'll start trying to put some paint on it and get it back together. So, I guess when I start painting on it, I'll do some more recording. But I'm happy with it. I think it's turning out pretty good. Much better than it was. It was pretty filthy. Disgusting. Yeah. Down there, I bet it had an inch of grease on it right there. Inch thick. Yeah, it's gonna look a lot better, I think. I just hope I didn't screw anything up, you know, getting it wet, but it should be okay. It should be okay. I got it covered, but I guess only time will tell. Okay, got the truck pushed back into the barn, and got everything took off. I'm just I scraped a lot of stuff best I could, and then degreased, and I'm just gonna take some soapy water and cleaning some stuff up, and then go ahead and paint a bunch of this stuff. Here's what I was talking about. You see how it was originally blue, and then somebody painted it orange. It's going back blue again like it's supposed to be. But thought I'd get started. I thought I'd just clean up in here, so I'm painting some stuff. I repainted you know, some of this front end, some of that stuff. Just thought it might look a little better when I put it back together. So that's what I'm at right now. Just gonna clean up. Alright, and when I get a little further along, I'll get back. Okay, I got a lot of this stuff painted up now. It's looking pretty good. I put some header paint on this manifold. I hate that all rusted up look, you know. So I got to clean it up with a brush real good, and then And then cleaned up this exhaust. This is exhaust out of the oil pan. Is what that is. Anyway, the horn generator. So it's gonna look sharp when I get done. Chevrolet blue. Can't find it. I don't know if they make it. Maybe it's online somewhere or something. I had to use Ford blue. Like I keep saying, you know, it's supposed to be blue. It's not supposed to be orange. So I don't want to go back with the orange. But I don't really like the blue. But oh well. That's Ford blue. If anybody knows where you can find Chevrolet blue, let me know. So if I ever do rebuild this motor, I'd rather go back with the real blue. Anyway, I guess that's the last post for now. Trying to get everything cleaned up so I can hopefully start putting this thing back tomorrow. Oh, here's my radiator. I'm gonna paint it up too. Got some green on it from last time the truck was painted about, oh God, 25 years ago. Anyway, wish I hadn't done that kind of shitty job, but anyway, it's all gonna go back probably black. I may put some sparkly blue on here just to pretty it up, make my Barbie truck. Okay, still cleaning up some of the stuff to get it back together. Okay, I took these exhaust bolts out, and generally what I'll do is put a bolt right back in where it came from. But in this case, they were all rusted up, and I wanted to clean them up a little bit. Anyway, now I've noticed I got 4 shorts, 2 longs. Not sure where the long ones go. I've been told if your bolts are too long, they'll push into your push rods and mess your push rods up. So, you know, here you go, screwed up. But when you look at these retainer thingies, I got 4 one way and 2 another. So I'm taking a guess that maybe, you know, the long ones go with these and the short ones go with those. But I don't really know. It's something I'm going to have to try to figure out. Not sure what I'm going to do about that, but I'll come up with some solution. Motor's looking really good. Kind of went overboard cleaning it up, probably more than I should have or would have. But I started cleaning it up, and I thought, you know, this might be the last time I ever clean it up. And I plan on I want to paint this whole bay and the firewall and everything. So I thought, you know, I'm just going to clean it up while I'm in here. It's looking like a new motor. Like I said, kind of went overboard on it, but it's going to look good anyway. Yeah, anyway, I'll figure out that problem, get back to you. Okay, I'm trying to marry these 2 manifolds together, and it becomes pretty obvious where that long one goes now. So there's going to be a, you know, see, this one bolts out here, so again, not a big deal. Obviously the long ones go here. Anyway, okay, I replaced this little gasket in between 2 manifolds. I'm having a hard time getting these bolts in back here. Seems a little warped, but I think I can tweak it and make it work. Okay, this is a little heat riser thing. Mine's all seized up. I can't move it at all one way or the other. If you're working on one, you might get lucky, and it's just this spring that goes right here. And it when it gets hot and cold, it, you know, expands and contracts and makes this open and close. What it's for is it's a heat riser. So when your engine's cold, this thing is open, and so it lets hot exhaust come up here and heats your gasoline that's in your carburetor. Just makes your truck run better. And then when it warms up, then this thing slams closed, and so it doesn't heat your gas anymore, which is probably a good thing. But since mine's all seized up, I just made sure that it is open all the time, which makes it run kind of crappy when it's cold, but then it evens out. It would be best if you could replace this, but I'm not real sure how. I'm sure you can beat this thing through and out, but I don't know where you'd ever find another one to put back in there. So you definitely want to, if it's stuck closed, you want it to be stuck open. Hopefully you could have one that actually worked, but if it's going to be stuck, it needs to be stuck open, not stuck closed. So that's kind of important. Okay, if I think of something else while I'm putting this together, I'll get back. Okay, I'm just going to loosely bolt this together, so I got a little bit of wiggle room when I get in there, start putting it together. There's these little metal sleeves. Don't forget to take these out and then put them back in. You see what I'm talking about, these little sleeves. It helps guide the manifold back on, I assume. It also, I think, is going to hold these gaskets on. I am assuming the metal side goes out, but I don't really know. I think I probably should look that up somewhere, but I'm pretty sure they go like this. I'll look it up before I start bolting it, but I just thought I'd mention that. Also, I use stainless steel bolts on the exhaust. I heard somewhere brass was really good. Hopefully stainless steel will work, so that's what I'm going to do. Well, I'll let you know how this goes. Okay, I got the gaskets hanging up here. Hopefully they're going to stay. Looks like questionable. We'll see. I'm thinking I may have to take some gasket sealer or something and kind of glue them to the block. But I'm going to see if I can do it without it, and if it doesn't work, then that's what I'm going to try. Alright, we'll see how that goes. Okay, well that went a little easier than expected, honestly, so that's always a good sign. Okay, luckily they got these little studs sticking out on each end to little hangers. So you can hang it on there. And then, so I just put it on my hangers and held it up there long enough I could get one bolt started. And then once I got one bolt started, you know, it's a piece of cake after that. And then you just go back and put all your bolts in. They're just finger tight. Now I'm gonna go back and start tightening everything up, and then torque down what I can, or torque them all down. I look in my book. I don't know what they are. I think they may be like, the inner ones are more. They're like 40 or something, and the outer ones are like 25, 30. I don't know. Anyway, I'll look it up before I torque it down, back down. So I'm ready to start putting this thing back together. Cool. I'll get back to you a little at a time. Okay, I looked up the torque, and let's see, these two would be 15 to 20. Same on the other end. And then these two in the center are, so these are 15 to 20, and then these are 25 to 30. Problem I'm seeing here is I've got a torque wrench, but when you get a socket on there, I'll never be able to do that. So I guess I'll just feel what 20 kind of feels like, and then just guesstimate it, I guess. I don't know what else to do about that. Maybe somebody else got a suggestion, but I'm just gonna have to guess, I guess. Okay, put these end bolts on 20 with a torque wrench. And I felt it with just a box, you know, a regular old box wrench, and pretty freaking tight. So I just tightened them up just as tight as I possibly could. And then these even, you know, I gave it everything I got. So hopefully I got close to 30. These that marry the two manifolds together, I don't know what those torques are supposed to be. So I just tightened them up about as tight as I freaking could with a hand wrench, until this one started squeaking and scaring the hell out of me, so I stopped. But I guess I'll wait and fire it up. If I hear any leaks or feel any leaks, I'll just tighten them up more then. But as tight as I want to go right now, it kind of scared me. But I guess I'll hook that up next and get back, see what happens next. Woo! Okay, getting this driver's side put back together pretty much. Getting closer anyway. Gotta put the belt on and stuff, obviously, but yeah, getting there. Got the manifold back on, got the tailpipe hooked up, exhaust hooked up, got the generator back on, fuel pump, carburetor, oil filter. Making my way around. Guess I'll skip back over here and do the passenger side next, and then I'll jump back and do the front part. It's getting there. Cool. Left side done. Right side done. Okay, all I gotta do is some linkage, some hoses, wire, that kind of stuff, and then get ready. I'll put the radiator back in. So it won't be long now. Hopefully everything will be all right and start right back up. Only time will tell. Get it all back together. Took a couple of times, but started right up. I'm just gonna let it run for a while, try to check for some leaks and see. Everything looks like it's working pretty good. I got some paint burning off back down there. I hope that's all the smoke I'm seeing. There's still some smoke, seeing some smoke. It's gotta be burning off the paint or something. Shouldn't have any leaks. Looks pretty good. Sounds that's if you don't know that Sappet sound, that's just normal. It always sounds like a sewing machine. I'll check the oil, it may be a little low, but it sounds like that pretty much anyway. It looks pretty good. Paint coming off the manifold or I'm in the head already. Goddamn orange paint pisses me off. Never did that. Oh well, there it is. Alright, that's all Uncle Spock's backyard, and I'll get back to you when I got something important.